Hello beauties, it's Brittany. Welcome to my channel. I wanted to share with you a quick little look today, well probably not quick, a full face look today using the Kathleen Lights palette, also the Kristen Leanne Urban Decay highlighter palette I've been raving on and on about, and the other day I picked up a new Stila little shimmer guy. You guys know I'm obsessed with these, so I have this look here. I'm going to explain to you what I did, show you step by step how to achieve this look. And before we get into the look though, please go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. Also, all of the links to my social media platforms are in the information bar below. And if you do enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Let's go. So I first started by priming my eyelids with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I then went in with a cream colored eyeshadow just as a nice little base. Everything is primed and ready for shadow. I have dry skin but very oily eyelids, so I need to prime before I begin with any eyeshadow. Then I'm going into the Kathleen Lights Dream Street palette. I love this palette. I use it so frequently. I'm going to go in with the shade Stardust and just dust that all over my crease with a really big fluffy brush, just kind of not being super precise with this, just popping it in there. Then I'm going to take the shade Water Bearer. Wait, are my shades mixed up? I think my shades are mixed up. Well, my shades are definitely mixed up, so don't listen to the names that I'm saying. Watch where I am pointing at the actual shade because I'm very confused now. I'm going to be taking the other matte shades in the palette to build up some depth on the outer corner. I'm using a smaller brush for this and kind of just going back and forth with blending and packing on color. I like to use a brush like the e.l.f. contour brush for that outer corner packing. I have very small eyelids, so you want to go with a smaller brush for that outer corner, especially if you do have hooded / small eyes like I do, and then going in with a larger fluffy brush to blend things out and continuously go back and forth and build up the intensity to what you prefer on your particular skin tone and all of that jazz. Now I do want to take this beautiful teal matte shade and bring that into the crease because I am going to be playing around with some teals on the lid, so I do want to incorporate that color into the crease ever so slightly. So I did that with that same e.l.f. contour brush, packed that color into the crease, and then blended it out with a fluffy brush like a Makeup Forever Soft Dome brush. And now for the fun part, this beautiful shimmery teal color, I'm going to pop that right on the eyelid, packing it on with a tiny, almost like concealer brush, spraying my brush with a little bit of Fix Plus, packing it on there. So beautiful, really packs a gorgeous punch, but I wanted a little more iridescence to the look, so I took my new Stila, what are these, Shimmer and Glow shadows in the shade Freedom, packed that onto that same brush, and then popped it right on top of that teal eyeshadow. Such a beautiful color. I've been eyeing this guy for so long, and finally the other day, I just let myself do it because spring is coming and I'm going to be using this a lot. This is much richer than it can look. It can look very pastel, and I will definitely play around with it that way as well. And I'm such a fan of this pinky kind of burgundy shade. It's a beautiful warm like tone that has a lot of hues to it, and I popped that in the crease as well, ever so lightly and gently. Then I did a little tight lining with a brown liner. I didn't want to go black today. I really wanted to keep it more soft and gently put some of that onto my upper lashes as well. And then I like to move on to the face. I did have to clean up some fallout with a wipe. I hate doing this because I feel like it removes some of my skincare, but don't really want any glitter in my foundation. Then I took the Farcelli Unicorn Essence. I had actually put this on earlier before I started doing my makeup, so I just lightly put a little more kind of in the spot where I get very dry in the center of my face, under my eyes, and just blended that out. I love illuminating primers, so I took the Milani Prime Light Face Primer. This is a strobing and pore minimizing primer. I don't really see pore minimizing in this primer, but it is very illuminating, and I love that. So I took this and just put it all over my face very liberally. Now, because I do have enlarged pores in the center of my face, I like to take a pore filling primer. My favorite is the Benefit Porefessional. It's a very lightweight primer. I like to kind of massage that into the areas that are a little, a little troublesome for me, like my center of my face, my chin. I like to put this on areas where I have acne as well because I kind of feel like it helps to fill things in a little bit and perfect that area. Now today I am trying a new foundation out. I am trying the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. I have the shade LW2, and I have actually tried this before, but I had the shade LC C1, which was so pink on my skin, but I ordered it because I ordered it online and that was the only one that they had in the light shades. But then eventually I found this at Ulta. This shade is so much better for me. I don't love the applicator. I don't know why brands are coming out with this like doe foot applicator for your whole face. I feel like it's very unhygienic. I just do not prefer that. I definitely prefer a pump or a squeeze bottle. It is a very luxe bottle. It's like fully glass. The top is like mirrored. It is really pretty. I just don't prefer that kind of spatula-esque applicator, but I applied that with my Artis brush. So I did take the Makeup Revolution concealer. I have shades C1 and C2. C1 is for under my eyes and highlighting the center of my face, and then C2 is perfect for the other areas of my face. You don't ever want to highlight areas you're trying to super conceal, like scarring or hyperpigmentation or actual active breakouts, because you don't want to bring attention to it. You want to conceal it. So under the eye a little brighter, all over the face actually matching my skin, and I use the Beauty Blender for that. I love the Beauty Blender. I feel like even if I don't apply my foundation with the Beauty Blender, I always end up going back in with it. I talked about this in my February favorites. This is the L'Oreal Lumi Glow Amour in the shade Daybreak, and I took this on the back of my hand and then dotted a couple dots on my skin and then used the fat side of the Beauty Blender and blended that out. I like to do this before I put any powder on my skin because I don't want any kind of interaction taking place. For brows today, I took the Makeup Forever Brow Sculpting Powder in 20, which I believe is blonde, and I really do like that pencil. It's actually the second one that I've bought. And then I used the Anastasia Tinted Brow Gel in the shade Caramel. I do like this stuff. I do feel like it can be a little heavy sometimes, so I like to take a spoolie and brush it out after I've put the color in. I desperately need to get my brows done or do them myself. I just haven't had time because I get really like hivey afterwards, like very red, and it just is not very pleasant experience. So I'm delaying it as much as possible. I then took my Kat Von D Lock-It powder in the shade Petal, and I love to set the under eyes with this. I have not baked in so long, and I am loving not doing that. I have super, super dry skin, and I feel like baking just makes my skin look worse and not better. So if you have dry skin and you're like, I don't know what's going on, I'm baking, my foundation's supposed to look wonderful, maybe pull back on the amount of powder you're putting on your skin. My skin has definitely appreciated that. So after I do under the eyes, I lightly go in with a large brush and just basically pat any excess powder that's on that brush onto my face. I do very, very little powder, and like I said, my skin has really been liking that kind of situation. I did want to contour a little bit today, so I used the Sephora Color Powder in Los Cabos, and actually I took a kind of an interesting brush. I took a NYX kind of fan style brush. I just haven't used this, and I bought it, so I wanted to use it for something, and I actually really liked the way that it worked for the contour. I feel like a lot of times if I use too small of a brush, it's too packed into that area and looks kind of silly. This one gave it like that nice fanned effect, so I did like that. Then I bronzed up with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in bronzer. I used Warm Soul blush from MAC. I love this blush. And for powder highlighter, I took the Kristen Leanne Beauty Beam highlighter palette and just mixed all of those shades together, popped it on my cheekbones, on the temples. I love this highlighter. I go crazy with it. I took the Makeup Forever eyeliner in the shade 30, which is like a very beautiful mint, and I popped that on the waterline. I just wanted all of the color today, so I did that. I went back to the eyes, and for mascara today, I used the Voluminous Superstar X Fiber mascara from L'Oreal. I did a first impression on this. It was in like a 5 first impression video, and I am liking it. It gave my lashes a nice effect. My left eye is way better than my right eye. I think I sleep on my right side, so my lashes are kind of funky over there. So the left side definitely looks a lot better. I did end up going in at the end. Unfortunately, didn't show you, but I put on my magnetic lashes. If you want to see how I applied these and like my tips and tricks for them, I talked about it in my I followed along with a tutorial, and I did a Kathleen Lights tutorial, so I'll have that link down below as well as like the timestamp for that specific part of the video. The lips took me a little while to actually find a shade that I wanted to go with today. I wanted something kind of cool because the eyes are very cool, but then I have the warmth of the other colors in the crease, so I wanted to find a happy medium. I put on a Stila one that was like way too cool at first, so I took that off, and now I am wearing the Sonia Kashuk lip color. This is their Grand Bazaar Crushed Petal Matte Lipstick. It is a very nice nude matte. I'm not a huge fan of matte, so of course I put on a little shine, and I haven't used my butter glosses in so long, so I pulled out Angel Food Cake and popped that on the center of my lips. And of course, once everything is done, I did spray my skin with the Maybelline Master Fix. I do this at different parts. Sometimes I'll do it before mascara, sometimes after. It just depends when I remember, but it definitely goes on my skin, and then I fan my face so that it can dry and set in. Sometimes I use Fix Plus. Today I did not. And that is the look. I hope you guys enjoy. If you did, give this video a thumbs up for me. Let me know in the comments down below. And let me know what other looks you guys would like to see on my channel. I would really love to know what you're looking for. And I hope you have a beautiful day. I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys!